What's up, people? In this video, we are going to do Angelo Carrion Vegan Gains review. I did a video on vegan gains before. It seems okay. It seems like he's on the ball. Kind of a dick, but like, I don't know. I don't hate him as much as everybody seems to hate him. Kind of a straight shooter, seems to tell it like it is. A little bit of study spamming, cherry picking, but like whatever, vegan stuff, you know?
What's up? Are you a brain-dead, ignorant moron? Is your life totally frustrating? Are you...
Interesting.
looking for purpose? Have you thought about going vegan after seeing the latest vegan documentary propaganda film? If so, before you make that awful decision for yourself and for your life and for your health, think of the cautionary tale of Richard Vegan Gains. Just 48 months ago, young Richard was jacked, striated, ripped, quick-witted, silver-tongued. This guy was making hilarious content for YouTube. In fact, he was a rising YouTube star. And now look at him. He's a dull, fat guy who's aged tremendously, who's depressed, who doesn't even go to the gym anymore, who masturbates on a daily basis to eliminate the pain in his testicles.
I'm not into nofap, and I literally can't even do nofap. If I don't ejaculate pretty much every day, I get a pretty terrible pain in my left testicle. I actually have to get that checked out. My old family doctor is a retard, and he wouldn't help me. Yeah, it's epidermatitis. I think it's from the vasectomy I had. It's not a problem so long as I ejaculate every day, but if I did nofap, I'd be in like serious debilitating pain. But thanks for that donation, Million.
Richard's life is falling apart, and he doesn't even have the perspective to realize it's all about his stupid vegan diet, as he sits there and suffers all the signs and symptoms of low testosterone. Now look, I'm not anti-vegan. I'm for vegans. I want them to get help. What I am is anti-veganism, this nonsense ideology that only creates human suffering. It does zero good and causes people to volunteer.
Oh, my bad. I just realized that, like, you can't see because of, yeah. I hope he doesn't fucking change his overlay, like, every 5 minutes. Okay. You know, being vegan is the ethical superior choice, period. Like, it's not, especially the way these animals are treated before they're killed, it's not pretty. And, like, is it vegan propaganda? Maybe, but it doesn't change the fact, like, what goes on in these meat processing plants and in the meat industry. Like, it's really fucked up. And you know, like, I think if you choose to eat meat, you should at least admit that it is fucked up, and then say that you're going to eat the meat anyway because you care more about yourself than about some animals, which is the truth, really. Like, if we want to state it in literal terms, that's actually what it is. I've said that. You know, I kind of questioning, like, my own, like, moral character after saying that, but that is the truth if I actually take a look at it. Like, yeah, I've watched, like, a little bit. I honestly couldn't get through a vegan documentary. It was so disgusting. I actually couldn't get through it. I love animals. I don't want to see them suffer. I don't want to see fucking horrible things done to them by machines or cruel people. Like, I just don't want to watch it. And made me kind of reconsider buying meat from where I buy it from. And I've said many times, as soon as I'm able, I will be buying meat from people who do not, like, from local farms. That said, regarding, like, his health issues, I would not recommend a vasectomy to anybody. I would not really recommend any sort of surgery to mess with your junk ever. Just not a good idea. I seem to remember vasectomy, low testosterone. I think I remember something. Yeah, these findings suggest that vasectomy may cause a reduction in testosterone levels by minimizing the conversion from testosterone to this is also called DHT in the long term. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, interesting. See, like, stuff like this, modern medical community, like, if you do a procedure and it doesn't kill you within, like, a year, it's okay, regardless of what other negative health effects might actually be, like, result from it. Like, this whole, like, male to female transition for transvestites or transsexual, whatever, that I honestly don't understand how that is allowed to happen from a health standpoint. It's just so wrong, and all these people, like, have awful complications, and a lot of them kill themselves. It's totally fucked up. Obviously this is not quite as bad, but, like, the hypothesis that a long-term effect of vasectomy may be an elevated risk of prostate cancer, like, that's not That's not good. Like, I don't know. This guy seems like a dick. Like, I don't know why you would wish that on anybody, even somebody like this. Also, the before video, like, it had been speculated that he was on something. I seem to recall seeing that. I think this is achievable natural, especially he's half black, isn't he, right? Black people generally tend to, like, have an easier time putting on muscle. Yeah, I mean, I don't follow any of these people. I don't know, like, Vegan Gains is like having a mental breakdown or something. I don't know. I don't really care. But like, I don't know. What's this guy's point that like being vegan is bad from a health standpoint? Yeah, obviously. Well, anyway, let's just watch.
Have the perspective to realize it's all about his stupid vegan diet as he sits there and suffers all the signs and symptoms of low testosterone. Now look, I'm not anti-vegan. I'm for vegans. I want them to get help. What I am is anti-veganism, this nonsense ideology that only creates human suffering. It does zero good and causes people to voluntarily endure unnecessary suffering. And that's exactly what Richard is doing to himself. He just had his 28th birthday. How did he celebrate? What did he do? Go out with friends and family? Spend a weekend at the beach? Do something great? Nope. Richard stayed at home, watched cartoons, slept most of the day, and ate a vegan ice cream alternative. And not even the delicious Not a Moo brand. He ate the other crap brand. Richard's life sucks, and it's because of his vegan diet.
Yeah, so I had a pretty awesome birthday today. I ordered...
All right, that's a bit of a stretch, dog. Like, I mean, I've spent a birthday or two at home by myself eating ice cream and watching cartoons. Does that mean I'm a loser also? I'm not. I haven't been vegan. Is it only me and Vegan Gains who have like stayed at home on our birthday and watched cartoons and eaten ice cream? Has nobody else out there done that? I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe. Yeah, this is like I really don't understand all this like anti-vegan like hate. I really don't get it. Like these people, they want to eat vegetables for whatever reason, whether they have an eating disorder or they love animals or like whatever it is. Who the fuck cares, dog? Like let homie fucking eat his vegetables. Like what's the problem? I really don't understand. Like why make a video like this attacking his character in such a nasty way? Like is this for views or something? It's for views, right? I don't know.
Vegan donuts, and I've just been eating donuts all day, watching cartoons and sleeping. So it was a pretty dope birthday.
Like I said, he's suffering all the signs and symptoms of low testosterone as a 28-year-old male. He just looks depressed. He's just doing this gaming crap and these boring live streams that just go on forever. And guess what? If you drop Richard $50 in the live stream, he will get his fat butt out of his chair, turn around, and twerk for you. And look at that. His butt shakes. His muffin top shakes. And I think even his triceps are jiggling as he twerks for cash. That's pathetic. And I'm not here to slut shame Richard. Like, yeah, I want him to be able to make a living, but I also want him to enjoy great health and have real purpose. And that's the problem. So he's gotten this vasectomy. So he's not going to have children. He's not going to have that purpose of like being a parent, being a father, being an adult, trying to bring the next generation to have a better life than he had. So he's not going to have that sense of purpose. But professionally, he's got no sense of purpose either. All he can do is spread a message of nonsense. And yeah, for everybody on the standard American diet, everyone is already fat, sick, and metabolically dysregulated. In the short term, veganism has the benefits of fasting. So you get a little health benefit. And then in the long term, it destroys your health. And that's where Richard is now. If you look at the way he has aged in the last 54 months, the last 4.5 years, you would think that this dude has been through a bankruptcy, a brutal divorce, an awful custody battle, and developed an alcohol problem. But nope, he's just stayed vegan for an additional 54 months. And that's why his health is suffering. And that's why it looks like he's developing metabolic syndrome. I guarantee you, he's got visceral fat accumulating around his organs. He sits around eating junk food, being depressed all day. He doesn't even go to the gym anymore. I guarantee you if he...
Yeah, so like, again, in defense of Vegan Gains, like, everybody goes through shit sometimes. You know, you're going to have periods where like you have more lows than highs. Everybody, not like only people who do a vegan diet. Like it's not fair to like point at one vegan who, you know, whatever is not really like who's depressed for like whatever reason and say it's because of his vegan diet. I mean, that might be contributing to it as well. But he seemed to do very well on a vegan diet for many years. And I think if it was really that bad, like from a malnutrition standpoint, I think 48 months is plenty of time. If you malnourish yourself, you'll notice that shit like in 2 weeks. Like it doesn't take fucking years to like realize you're malnourished. I think what it is, I think he started out probably making the proper food choices, was maybe more into fitness. As far as I know, he's like married now. And obviously, like, when you get married, comes with its own set of problems. You know, like, everybody gets fat when they get married, or fatter. you know, your wife's cooking for you all the time. I don't know, whatever it is. Like it's easy to like want to stay home and eat pizza and shit like that because you have a wife already. You have a girl there already. Like you don't. There's no additional incentive to like improve yourself so people will love you. As funny as that sounds. Yeah, and also he's not talking about the ethical implications of veganism. So, I mean, yeah, like I don't think it's a superior way of eating. But there's no mention of the ethical stuff. I don't know, maybe that's not what this video is about.
He ever publishes blood work, which he hasn't done in 4.5 years on YouTube, it would show sky-high triglycerides and low HDL. Richard would probably be at the highest risk for a heart attack.
Will you ever publish blood work? Yep, I'll publish blood work eventually.
And it looks like he's obviously developing metabolic syndrome. He's putting himself in line for diabetes.
Look, I've gained a lot of fucking weight, okay?
And he's so brainwashed and wrong about everything. Richard talks about the need for carbohydrates to keep your testosterone high.
Carbohydrates are also important for testosterone production. A lot of people don't know this, but carbs lower your, what are they? Fuck, now I'm scatterbrained right now. So anyway, if you reduce your carbohydrate intake...
Richard, what are you talking about? Testosterone is made from saturated fat, from animal fat, and there's none of that in Richard's diet. Is that why Richard is suffering from these symptoms of low testosterone? Maybe, that's a pretty good guess. And then Richard turns around and says this total nonsense, that saturated fat causes diabetes.
Saturated fat that causes diabetes in the first place.
That's totally false and not supported by any evidence ever. Meanwhile, if we just look at Richard, we can see that he's clearly developing diabetes without any animal fat in his diet. Type 2 diabetes is all about loading your fat cells up because you have to store carbohydrates as fat to get it out of your bloodstream where it's toxic. And eventually, your body keeps trying and trying to pump insulin and your fat cells are all full and you can't store any more of that toxic carbohydrate. Richard, you are 180 degrees from the truth and anybody that listens to you is going to compromise their health. All you need, Richard, is a steak and a hug. What is your problem? Why is that so difficult for you to see? Is it a vitamin A deficiency? Like literally, you have extreme light sensitivity.
A lot of vitamin D supplements, they use an oil to keep the vitamin D in because it helps with bioavailability.
Damn, homie's in the struggle, huh? Sucks. I don't know. What's the is this for like to help or something or I guess like the idea here is, you know, whatever, it's YouTube drama, blah blah blah. I got to create interesting content. You know, it's funny when I first started doing YouTube, I was aware of all this like YouTube drama, either from 4chan or just like whatever you like read about it casually somewhere. But I was like, oh, this drama's so stupid. I would never get involved with that. And look at me now. I'm like, it's like all I do. But yeah, man, homie's in a struggle. Like, he seemed to be doing fine on the vegan diet before. I think this is less that like the vegan diet is to blame and more that he is making improper food choices while on the vegan diet, because it's harder on the vegan diet because you need to have a more you need to have more of the variables be correct with a vegan diet. You need to eat a lot of different foods to make sure you're getting the right nutrients on a vegan diet, whereas with meat you can eat a fucking piece of beef or liver or something and you'll be fine. You know, I don't know, like I think it is possible to do a vegan diet and be healthy long term. I say this every fucking video I talk about veganism. Is it overall better than eating meat? I don't think so. Is it more convenient? I also highly doubt it. Is it cheaper? Also probably no. Is it possible? It seems like it would be. I see no reason why it wouldn't be. I don't think there's anything in animal products that you cannot get somewhere else. But how are you going to do that? Do you even know how to do that? I don't know, maybe there is something in animal products you can't get.
But the actual vitamin D in vegan vitamin D supplements, they're I'm gonna put my sunglasses on just because it's really bright. Most of the I can't think. What are they? Fuck, now I'm scatterbrained right now.
You're wearing sunglasses inside. You're having trouble reading the computer screen right in front of your face, and you're always belching and picking your nose.
Yeah.
And you're wearing sweatpants in your house all day, Richard. Like, get outside and get some sunshine. Do some feasting and fasting. You've given up on going to the gym. Like, your life just looks terrible, Richard.
Zania says I really need to go back to the gym. Yeah, I need to too. I haven't been to the gym in a while.
Why do you refuse to do the one thing that's going to help you? You were talking to one of your fans about taking mushrooms and how taking mushrooms might be able to give you an outside perspective on the things that are holding you back. And then you need to have the strength of character to change those things.
Have had a mushroom trip and you've realized that you have adopted some really bad habits that are self-destructive or holding you back, then I think you just have to develop the strength of character to actually do what you need to do to get rid of those bad habits. So yeah, I'd say work on just developing strength of character. Shrooms can basically give you insight on some things you're doing wrong or some things you might need to change, but the decision to change is ultimately up to you. So make the changes that you know you should make. That's really the only advice I can give you there.
Richard, the thing that is holding you back in every area of your life is veganism. It's your commitment to this nonsensical...
I don't know, why is this guy pushing the fucking anti-vegan shit so hard? Is he like a carnivore person? Oh, he's like all about this anti-vegan shit, huh? Wonder if he's on TRT. Alright. Okay. Yeah, I mean, obviously homie is depressed, right? Is he depressed because he's malnourished? That might, like I said, be contributing to it, but I think it's like chicken or the egg, right? Let's say you go through something difficult in your life and you turn to food, you start eating unhealthier foods as a way to comfort yourself. The act of eating those unhealthy foods is going to deprive you of nutrients that your body needs, so it's going to become harder to make the right choices, such as going to the gym. So then it starts this like downward spiral where like you feel like shit because you ate unhealthy foods, you don't want to go to the gym, then you feel even worse because you're not going to the gym, you gain weight, then you feel even worse, so you turn back to the unhealthy foods to make you feel better, and then the cycle just like repeats itself nonstop. If you are disciplined and committed to training, will you experience these symptoms of like light sensitivity and low testosterone? I don't think so. I also don't think the vasectomy is helping him at all. So like just kind of a lot of stuff going wrong here at the same time. Does he maybe like regret getting married a little bit? Maybe, I'm not really sure. I might experience some regret with the vasectomy. That is a thing. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, like, is this, I think what this is like anti-vegan porn, right? It's like, it's basically like the opposite of like vegan porn, where people are like, eating animals is bad, you can eat vegetables and be fine. Here's some pictures of like hot bikini models who are vegan. And all the vegans are like, yeah, I agree with that, yeah. And then on the other side, you have this like anti-vegan stuff, which is like, look at you, you're malnourished, you know, you're unhealthy, you have all these problems, being vegan is bad, go eat a hamburger. And everyone's like, yeah, go eat a hamburger. I don't know, I get a bad vibe from this. I get a bad vibe from it. I don't know, am I alone in this?
Ideology that is clearly destroying your health, that is so obvious for everybody else that's looking at you. And all you have to do is get clarity on that one thought. Veganism is destroying my health, and then have the courage and the character to say, hey, I will accept a steak and a hug, and I will start healing myself. And if you change your name from Vegan Gains to Omnivorous Gains tomorrow, you can have an incredible hero's journey where everyone saw how you burned yourself up like the phoenix with this vegan diet, destroyed your health, and how you came all the way back to health by including meat in a healthy diet. You could even go back to the gym and start making some actual gains, since it seems like you haven't had any in 4.5 years. And Richard, you've never published your blood work, probably because it's terrible, and your LDL is probably way higher than you want anyone to know that it is. Are you waiting to publish your blood work until you can start taking statins to artificially lower your LDL? Is that what the delay is about? Are you afraid that we're going to realize you have metabolic syndrome when we see your triglyceride to HDL ratio? Why haven't you published that? And Richard, for someone that's supposed to be running a health and fitness YouTube channel, can you even do a single pull-up? Richard, I think you're just way too fat to do a single pull-up. And maybe you can do 1 or 2 or maybe 3, but you certainly can't do 15 or 20. There's no way. You're just too fat, Richard, and you're too sad, and you're too depressed. And all these things will be fixed when you just accept a steak and a hug. Richard, I'm not anti-vegan. I'm for you, Richard. Richard, I hope you can see that. And if you can't, maybe we should have a debate, and I will absolutely smash you in front of everybody, just using the studies that you want to talk about, because they are all nonsense when you go back and actually read them. But you're only looking for your confirmation bias. You have these religious views, this dogmatic, this zealous approach that veganism is the best, and you're looking at anything that confirms that. It's obviously not the best. And if you would just open your eyes and look at yourself in the mirror and see what veganism has done to you in the last 54 months, you would quit today.
Yeah, I mean, you know, if you have problems in your life that are not related to your diet, improving your diet will not directly make those problems go away. It might make them slightly easier to deal with because you'll have an improved mood. It might make it easier for you to eliminate other bad habits that might be keeping you down. It might make it easier for you to restart old habits that you should do, like that you should restart. But like I don't know. I'm really getting like I don't want to say kicking a guy when he's down, but like I'm getting that like kicking a guy when he's down vibe from this, just to like get more views and like get some notoriety by going after a very combative superstar in the vegan world, I think is what this is. Which I guess you could make the same argument about what I do, although I'm not like challenging these fucking people to debates. I don't actually care. I'm really just giving my opinion. So I wonder, is this how I'm perceived sometimes? I kind of wonder. Am I like I'm just getting a very toxic vibe from this guy. I don't know. Is this? I kind of am actually asking, like, do I come off like this sometimes? No offense, Chris Kruger. Like, you know, do your thing, grow your channel, make your money. I just don't. I don't know. I'm getting bad juju from this. Anyway, who told me to do this? Angelo Carry On. Thank you, Angelo Carry On. If you guys have any other recommendations for videos or YouTubers, is this over?
Day, Richard. It's not too late to get your identity back.
Yeah. Anyway, let me know. Peace.